I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Lions are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Packers team that will need to avoid those turnovers. With that, let's head up to Detroit as we say hello to our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's strong running. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. Oh, they're holding their breath right now. That's Aaron Rodgers shaking up on the play. Still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. This is Lacey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now Hundley. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing, Hundley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On 2nd down, Lacey. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up. The big fella. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Packers get set to go. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. Always got some breathing room. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw here. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to the ground, it's Lacey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Hundley. He fights him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A second down run for Abdullah. Oh, nice move. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Let's go! 319! 319!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd and short. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And that brings up 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the run with the ball.
Throwing, Hundlin, a dump off to Lacey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to.
will step aside. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Foles. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a 10th carry here for Lacy. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. One back is Lacy. Now Hundley, forced out to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Come on, let's go!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Complete left side. The tight end Rodgers. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go!
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And a short gain here down to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the counter, here's Lacy. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Following the penalty now, Lacy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Foles. And this one caught by Coates. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Now Foles. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Foles. To the right side to Eric Ebron. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Detroit.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll set up to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an offset eye. So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 6 there on the first down play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Roberts the man in motion. Foles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. They'll look to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on fourth down. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Second down following the incompletion. On the toss, here's Lacey. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Hundley over the middle. It's Jared Cook. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. Look at the dance and the juke. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
Now Foles. Over the middle, here to Coates. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Third down, still 14 yards left. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Coates complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
There's Foles. Brought in by Coates. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They run. Abdullah. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right through. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And brought in by the tight end Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Throwing, Hundley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. One back is Lacey. Now Hundley. Buying time to his left. It's caught. Nelson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Here we go.
The busy night continues for Lacey. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. One back is Lacey. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Play clock winding down. And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now a handoff. Here's Lacey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 1 back is Lacey. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So here come the Lions now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Foles, and this one caught by Coates. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
Here's Foles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that's the nicest thing he called me.
They'll look to throw. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Let's go. Try 38. Try 38.
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions.